Hey there, it's Ella from Crochetlicious. Let's make some apples today, because you know, an apple a day helps you crochet every day. Let's start. Remember to subscribe and follow for more cringy jokes and crochet tutorials. And to successfully finish this project, we'll need yarn in two colors. So first for the apple and the other for the apple tip. We're going to need some stuffing as well, crochet hook, scissors and tapestry needles, and a stitch marker. And that's everything we need to successfully finish this project, so let's start. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start with the first round, which is a magic ring. And this is how you do magic ring. So first you need an X. So you wrap the yarn around your fingers. You insert your hook under to grab this this part of the X. You grab it, you take it off your fingers. You then have to chain one to make it workable. And this is a workable magic ring. And then we're just gonna do 6 single crochets, which basically means we're inserting the hook to grab the yarn under 2 loops, and we close it. So again, under the yarn to grab, 2 loops, grab to pull through and close. And we repeat that. So that's 3, that's 4th one. So under, grab, and grab again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more. So that's 6 single crochets. And then what I do is I tighten it, but no, just to kind of close the gap, but it's not closed completely. But I get the ends closer, and then I insert the hook in the first single crochet of that round, and I crochet 1 to start the new round, and I insert the stitch marker to remember where's my first stitch. So now we're starting the second round, and the second round is just a round of increases. So increase is 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So here we have 1, so we still have to go under that V, grab the yarn, 2 loops, and then pull through to close. So that's our first increase. Let's do 5 more increases. So in all together we are going to have 12 stitches in that first round. So let's do it. Okay, almost there. Okay, all right. And once we're done with the second round, we can actually pull that yarn end closer. So now we have the magic ring closed and secured. And we can move on to round number 3, which is 1 single crochet and an increase, because we're usually increasing by 6 per round. And that's my cat. I'm sure you can hear him in the background. So we insert the hook under the first stitch of the previous round. Okay, so that's 1 single crochet. Remember to insert the stitch marker. And then the next up is an increase. So let's do it. Okay, so 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and then single crochet again, and an increase. Rectangle here. Okay, so single crochet and an increase, and single, oh, that's increase here, then single again and an increase. Okay, so that was round number 3, and we're moving on to round number 4, which is another round of increases. But this time we're doing 2 single crochets. So let's start with 1. So we have 1, and then the second single crochet, and now we're doing an increase. Okay, So that's again a single crochet, and 2 single crochets and 1 stitch, so an increase, and we repeat that all together 6 times in that 3rd round. That's an increase. In the next round of increases, we're going to spice things up a little bit. And we're gonna change the pattern slightly, just ever so slightly, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. So let's just finish this round. Okay, sorry. 1, 2. And an increase. And now we're with the last repeat. So if we continue with this pattern, so the next round will be 3 single crochets, next 4, and next 5, and so on, we would receive like a pattern, like it would be visible where we increased. So you can keep to that pattern, but if you want to, you know, just make it less visible, I recommend doing the following. So first we just crochet 1. Now we're making an increase, and we kind of broke down the first repeat of the increase. So now it's 3 single crochets, no, we don't want her, and then so it's 3 single crochets and 1 increase, and we're repeating that 3 single crochets and 1 increase 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so we repeated that part 5 times, and now we have 2 stitches left. So remember in the round we started with 1 single crochet increase, so now we have to complete that repeat, and we did the missing 2 for the 3 in total. And this way we kind of disturb the pattern, the regular pattern of increases, so the increases in general will be less visible. And we can move on to another round of increases, which will be 4 single crochets, and then an increase, of course. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we have an increase, and this is what we have to repeat now 6 times. 3, 1, okay, and a few more. Oops. So 1, 2, oops. Oh. So now an increase, and a final repeat, I think. Oops. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay, and then repeat. Okay, and now we have the final round of increases to make, and we're all again we're spicing the increase pattern a little bit. And And we're going to start with 2 single crochets. So that's the one. Remember to mark the beginning of the round, and then the other, and we have an increase. And we're now making 5 single crochets. Okay. Increase now. And I think 2 more repeats. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and increase. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so final increase. And we had 5 single crochets and increase in total, and we started here with 2 single crochets, so rightly so we have 1, 2, 3 single crochets to complete the 6th increase. Okay, so we're done with our increases, so we're not going to increase anymore. So we're more or less here now. We're going to work on this part. So our task now is to make 6 rounds of 42 single crochets, because now when we had 5 single crochets and an increase 6 times, the total number of stitches per round is 42, and we just have to add the height, right, of the apple. So we're just gonna crochet 6 rounds of 42 single crochets. So no increases, just relaxing time of single crochets. Probably my favorite part, because you don't really have to pay that much attention, so you don't have to count. You can just crochet in every stitch that we have. And I'm going to record the first round, and then I'll post recording, and I'll do 5 more, and I'm going to get back to you once once we all have 6 rounds of 42 single crochets. Because it's just kind of boring, like, for watching, I guess. Guess it's not boring for me. Okay. And when you're not increasing anymore, you'll kind of notice that the that your work will kind of start bending, like creating a circle or something like that, or maybe not a circle, but like a sphere. And this is what we of course want, so don't worry. And also, like, one more tip, when you're single crocheting, just remember to make the loops the same height. I also made a video about single crochet, so if you want, you can have a look there as well. If you have any doubts, or I don't know, just want to revise how to do it. We don't want that. Once you crochet something in, it's really hard to get it out. So like a hair, or your hair, maybe your cat's hair, so gotta be careful. Okay, so that's round 8, and we're almost done with round 8. Right, this one's a bit too loose. So a reminder to keep your tension right? The same throughout the whole stitch. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now pause the video and get back to me once you finish another 5 rounds of single crochets. So see you in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. Hope you're done with your rounds of 42 single crochets. So you have that length. So yeah, we have here this one, and it's time to start the decreases. And I think, if I'm right, we only have 6 rounds left. So let's start. And we're right here we have round 14, and round 14 is first round of decreases, but we're also keeping this pattern of irregular decreases. So it means we're gonna go with first 2 single crochets, right? And now our first decrease. So if you're new to crocheting, or you're just kind of starting your journey, a decrease, we're going to do it like in the invisible way. So we insert the hook, but only the first loop and the first loop here. Okay, so we have 2 loops, but only 2 front loops on our hook. And we just grab one, we pull through 2 loops, right? And we just close it. So this way we kind of grab 2, sorry. Okay, got it. So this way we grab 2 loops and we kind of merge them into one, and that's our invisible decrease. And now we're going to do 5 single crochets and then decrease 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again we need a decrease. So front loop, another front loop, grab the yarn, pull through 2, like in a single crochet, right? 2 loops on the hook, then grab the yarn and pull through. And we have another decrease, and we're going here. So another 5 single crochets. 2, 3. Oh, that was 5, and then decrease again. So just like I said before, just front loops, grab the yarn, and grab the yarn again and pull through. And another 1, 2, so 5. Oh wait, I think that's my cutter. Okay, so a decrease. Okay. And 5 single crochets. So time for decrease. And I guess this will be our final decrease. 1, 2, okay, so time for a final decrease in this round. And if all went well, we should be left with 3 single crochets. 1, 2, perfect. Okay, so that was round 14, and now it's time for round 15. And this one is easier because it's just 4 single crochets and a decrease, and that's 6 times. So let's start with the first one. We'll mark it with a stitch marker, and we still have to count. So remember, counting is a very important part of crocheting. So that's 3 and 4, and a decrease. And if you make a mistake with counting, and that happens more often than you would like to admit, kind of you don't have to worry that much, as long as you fit 6 decreases into your round. And I have to count here because I started talking too much and I lost track, but it's a good learning opportunity. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our decrease. So 1, 2, 3, we still need 4th single crochet. Okay, decrease, like 1, 4, decrease, okay. And we have the last repeat. So 1, 2, and 1 more single crochet, and we're left with just 2 stitches, so it's a place for our decrease. Okay, and next round is again the irregular decrease pattern. So we're just starting with 1 single crochet. Perfect. And now a decrease, and now we're going to do 5 times 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. So 1, a decrease, this one's a bit annoying, I just have to put it here. And I lost count, so I need to count from the beginning. So that was 1 decrease, 1, 2, 3 decrease, 1, okay, 2 and 3, and now a decrease. Okay. Oh, right. I have to. Sometimes hard to keep the tension and decrease at the same time. Okay, got it? Alright, so 1, and we're left with 2 single crochets. And this time is also time to take a break from crocheting and add a bit of stuffing. Stuffing is always a little bit stressful for me because you know, you can either not stuff enough or you can overstuff, and I suppose it's better to add too little than too much because if you add too much the stitches can stretch a little bit, and that's never nice. But you know, well, I'll try to achieve that nice firmness. I like to like poke my finger around and just move the stuffing around and add a little bit in the center, right? Because you see I made a little, by putting like my finger around, it kind of made nicely, like the stuffing went nicely around, but you know, there's a little hole, so let's add this a little bit here. Okay, so right now I think that's more or less what we need, because it's not overflowing, so we can still crochet without without touching the stuffing, right? So we won't have the white fibers in our crochet. And we're moving on to round 17, and that means that we only have 3 rounds left. I'll actually repeat that. that was just a single crochet. Okay, and this round is 2 single crochets and a decrease. So let's have a look. That's first single crochet, that's the other, and we repeat that those decreases 6 times. So as in the increases, we also want to have we also want to have 6 decreases per round. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so hard to keep the tension today, don't know why. So another decrease. Oh, I missed a fiber here, I think. Okay. Oops. Okay, so final decrease here. You probably noticed the rounds of decreases get faster and faster. Okay, and last but one, so 1 single crochet and a decrease now. So decrease, okay. I think we can also add a little bit more stuffing before we do the final round. I'll actually take out the stitch marker. But like I said, not too much, not to stretch the stitches. And we're also going to dent, so if you don't add just, you know, the perfect amount of stuffing, that's going to be fine, because the dent will, you know, it will go here and here, so it should be good. I think I don't need more stuffing, more or less, so okay, I'm good. And the final round is just 6 decreases, so I'm not really putting the stitch marker, but I will count. So just counting this round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final one. Okay, perfect. So I now need scissors. I leave, well, like that, more or less. Okay, so we don't need yarn anymore. So he pull through, so that's closed, so it won't really untangle or, you know, unstitch itself. And this is also your final call to add a little bit more stuffing. You have a little hole here, so it's still possible. I think I'm good, so I'll just leave it as it is. And we need a tapestry needle to close the last round. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the front loops. So here, second one, third one, I sometimes leave the 6th one because I think it looks bulky if I do it, so I'll just go through 5, but you can go through 6 and that's fine. And you just tighten it. Okay. Well, that's tight, that's close, no more stuffing. And now it's time to make the dent, and to do it we still have our tapestry needle. And we need to find the center, and I think the center will be here. I hope it's the center. Well, we'll find out. And we go on the other side through the center as well, so a bit of poking until we find the right spot. Okay, okay, we've got it. I made it. So we pull. Oh, and you know that we're in the middle because look how a nice dent we're making. Oh, and actually I made a mistake. Okay, so to correct, insert here and just step out 1 stitch away. Okay, perfect. And so we're making a dent here, that's fine. And now we go back here, okay, through the center, that would be better. And we of course exit in the middle here, but that middle is more attainable. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so we've got it. So right now we have our lovely dent in the bottom of the apple, and we're just gonna work on this a little bit, and we're just gonna secure the needle, and we're just gonna pull a little bit here. Okay, I think we're good. So just secure the needle, and we're going to make the top anyway, so it will give us a second chance to redo the dent. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so we've got the apple. Now we need the apple tip, or I don't know. And this is very simple. So we're just gonna chain 4 and then single crochet, do 3 single crochets. So we need the starting chain. So wrap the yarn around your finger. Take this one, put it here. Take this one and slide it off your finger. Insert the hook and tighten. And now we are chaining 4. So grab the yarn and pull through. 1, grab the yarn, pull through. 2, 3, 4. And to make it nicer and sturdier, go to the back. So here we have 1 bump. So that's 1 single crochet. 2nd bump. And 3rd bump. I always recommend to crochet in the back stitch, especially if you're making something, you know, something that's small or something that you know that you have to have it sturdy. So cut the excess yarn, pull the yarn, and that's all crocheting for the apple. So we have the core, and we're just going to, I think this was the top. So insert inside in the middle, right? And you can also, like in the beginning, pull it a little bit off the center. Oh, wait. My mistake. Oh, got it. And we pull it like that, and we're just gonna leave this one. All right. So this one we leave it. Now we crochet the other one. No, we don't crochet. We're using the tapestry needle to sew it. Sorry. And we need the center again. And this time we're exiting in the middle. Okay. So we got the apple. And now we have 2 options. Because you can make a knot here and just leave it like that, because apples have that kind of weird stuff in the you know, at the bottom, or we can actually use a tapestry needle once again and just crochet here and then exit exactly where the brown yarn is. And now make a knot. Cut the excess yarn and hide the knot. And here you are. An apple. A crochet apple. I also have an idea for a better shape of an apple, crochet apple, so stay tuned. I hope to post the video in November. See you!